And our next bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of professional boxing at the super middleweight division. Calling first to the stage, fighting at the blue corner, Patphong. Welcoming to the ring, Riley Candy. Introducing to you first, fighting out the blue corner, wearing blue, trimmed with red. Professional boxing record, 7 victories with 12 losses, proudly representing Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Patphong Sit Chansing. And his opponent fighting out the red corner, wearing black trimmed with white, with a professional boxing record of 4 victories and no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the undefeated Riley Candy. Your referee in charge of the action, Ajahn Thanakorn Kantong. And the 3 judges scoring ringside, Ajahn Pipat Sisane, Ajahn Chris Sanyadet, and Mr. Carlos Costa.
Okay, folks, here we are for the 8th fight of the afternoon, where we'll have Australia taking on Thailand. Riley Candy in the black shorts, and the red corner takes on Patphong Sit Chansing from Thailand in the blue corner with the blue shorts or the red trim. Round number 1 on the way, scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Joining me right now is the great Ali McKerney.
Yeah, it's been great fun calling the action with you so far, Jimmy. This is going to be an interesting one between these two in the super middleweight division.
And you can see a very fast start by both fighters. A nice triple jab landed by Riley Candy as well. Great name as well. What a fantastic name for a boxer, Riley Candy. Let's see if he understands the sweet science of boxing. Overhand right landed by Patphong.
Candy here trying to get in on the action with his jab. Patphong taking his time, dropping his left hand a little bit too low, though, for my liking, Jimmy.
I think he's really trying to bait Candy in as well. He just wants him to overstep his boundary, because we can see Patphong is also an overhand right fighter as well. He's a very fast left hooker to the body as well. So that left hook to the body with the overhand right is the perfect combination in boxing sometimes. Left hook body, right overhand, but you've got to land it with a hammer.
Yeah, you definitely do. Candy taking his time on the outside. There's another double jab from the fighter in the red corner.
Candy doing a great job with that jab, and I like that Candy lands the jab, and rather than resetting or kind of, you know, observing his punch, he keeps throwing that jab. And that's one of the differences between some good boxers and great boxers, is they don't observe their great punches. They just keep firing when the opportunity is there. So I like what I'm seeing by Candy so far from the man from Australia.
Candy again on the outside, just taking his time. So is Patphong as well, though.
Patphong with a great head movement as well, getting underneath. I mean, eventually he'll start reading those jabs, and there's the body hooks that we were talking about. And look at the way Patphong throws the hook on the blind side of the referee. Veteran move by Patphong, flirting with the rules, as Bernard Hopkins would say.
Overhand right hits the shoulder of Candy, though.
But the crowd went wild, and sometimes for a judge, that's all they need to think it's landed.
Feint here from Patphong on the front foot. Patphong going to the body.
And we've almost got a repeat of the fight we've just seen, except Patphong is a younger, more active, a little bit spunkier as well. He's trying to push the pace, and he's trying to get the energy going in this fight. I mean, He's got the overhand right style, but he's also got a jab and a left hook with it. But Candy very much aware of it as well.
Right hand to the body there from Patphong as he gets tied up now by Candy inside the clinch. 15 seconds left on the clock.
Candy holding central ring, which I like to see, not allowing himself to engage. Central ring is where Candy's going to be a lot better because he's up against a shorter Patphong. Patphong needs his opponent against the ropes or corner to unleash his vicious combinations. We're going to get some action replays right now.
Yeah, what a round it was. A feel out round though for sure for both fighters. Candy with the double jab you see on the replay. Patphong with a low guard though was really trying to bait in Candy as much as he possibly could and close the distance very fast. Let's see if we can see on the replay with an overhand right. Literally sprinted across the ring to land it. Right here, you see the silky dipping there from Patphong. Being cornered at the moment by Troy Pilcher, who won early on with a second round knockout. So let's see if Candy can follow suit with his teammate. Here we go, we're set for round at number 2 coming up. Candy in the black trunks and Patphong in the blue trunks with the red trim.
And we see Riley Candy coming out fast, already with the fins, dipping left and right, and he's quick to read that overhand right being attempted by Patphong. And you see the crowd going wild, feeling like that right hand was being landed to the back of the head. I don't think it's intentional. I think it's one of those ways, if you throw a swing ball, you've got to just hope it lands, and sometimes it does land in different areas. But good for the corner and the referee to make a point about that overhand right.
Double jab here from Candy, going to the body with the right hook as well. It was the right hook that Gregory Pilcher, his teammate, ended up winning by knockout in his bout. Let's see if Candy can follow suit. He goes again downstairs with that right hook. Getting up close and personal now with Patphong inside the clinch.
Candy did a great job to get on the inside there, really push the pace, but Patphong definitely hit to the back of the head there, and to me that one looked intentional. The referee's got to be looking at this carefully. You cannot allow a fighter to just get away with any rabbit punching, even if it's unintentional. Always warn them for it.
Clinch work again here from these two, engaged by Candy to start off with.
And I like that Candy is also proving to Patphong that even inside the clinch, he's not going to be intimidated. He's not trying to get out of the clinch as soon as he gets in there. He wants to prove to his opponent that even when I'm in the clinch, I'm not scared. I'm still willing to brawl with you. So good psychology by Riley Candy here.
Left hook there from Patphong. Candy, though, unloading, though, as soon as he took that shot. As soon as Candy gets into trouble, though, Jimmy, he just likes to tie up his opponent in the clinch.
I mean, sometimes that's the best thing you've got to do. Just trying to gather your senses and not trying to fight with your ego as well. If you get hit hard, do what you need to do to defend yourself and then try and regather yourself and come back a little bit stronger. But I like that Candy is doing this. Also
clinching like this, walking him straight into the corner. And as soon as you put your body weight on your opponent like that, it kind of zaps a bit of their energy as well. It's quite a smart, like, crafty veteran move that Candy's using.
Yeah, but also at the same time, he's up against a very stocky, strong fighter, which is Patphong. Patphong, to me, the more tired he gets, the more dangerous he is, because he gets to a situation where he realizes, I'm not going to outbox you, but I can try and knock you out. And we see a right hand on the inside landed by Patphong, but Candy came alive with a big combination there.
Keeps on going back to that body, though, doesn't he? That right body hook. Keeps on trying to go back to it. Candy has a swelling on his just on the right, on his right cheek, just under his right eye, caused by Patphong, who's definitely going to want to make that worse.
I mean, that's got to be a big confidence boost for Patphong, knowing that his power is working. We know how strong he is. We know how strong his left hook is. And if Candy's marching forward, he's going to walk onto a big left hook off Patphong. So Riley's got to get back behind that jab, I think. So we're going to get some action replays. That was round number 2, a beautiful round indeed. And here we see, as soon as Candy missed the jab, he went over the top, pushed down on his opponent, and then landed some combinations. But Patphong's still firing back, even in situations where it looks like the fight was kind of going to be a reset. Patphong still keeps firing. And we see just off camera here, Candy always taking the fight to Patphong, going to the body, pushing down on his head, and as you mentioned earlier, Ali, he's trying to take the gas tank away from Patphong, which is a good idea. Hit to the body, push down on your opponent, and really try and zap that energy from their legs as well. The more you get hit to the body, it's one of those weird things where unless you've had it done to you, you start to lose a lot of the energy in your legs as well. So if someone's pushing down on you all the time and going to your body, the energy in your legs just start to turn to jelly, and it's really hard to move.
And it's like what you said earlier, everything comes from the ground up in boxing, starts from the legs with the power punches, and if Candy's pressure on the body like that is going to start zapping the power out of the fists of Patphong, it's a good tactic.
100%. Take the power out of a power puncher, and a big right hand landed by Candy. He stepped in, he jabbed and stepped in with that low right hand. Great stuff. The referee has warned him several times now about pushing down on the top of the head.
That was a good combo though, good attack from Candy, but Patphong comes straight back. Two right hands, an uppercut and an overhand right there from the man from Thailand. Still in this fight.
And that's the other thing as well, like I mentioned, the more tired Patphong gets and the more you beat on him, the more desperation is inside of him, the more he realizes he wants to put you away. He wants to hit you with a big left hook, a big overhand right. You can see him loading up that overhand right now. He's dipping down on his shoulder. He wants to throw that right hand. And I think Candy is definitely aware of it. Notice how Candy jabs and steps towards that overhand right on an angle to take away. And it's that classic thing. When someone's got a gun, you don't run away from it, you smother it. And that's what Candy is doing to the right hand of Patphong.
Patphong just looks like he's adopting, you know, one of my favorite boxers, Jimmy, Gervonta Davis's tactics. Sort of crouching down and stepping on the back foot, waiting to unload a power punch, but Candy closing the distance a little bit too fast for his liking.
And you've also got to be, yeah, like you said, quick enough to get away from the shot and land a counter. Gervonta Davis works so well because he baits you into throwing a combination he wants you to throw. He puts you in a trap. He wants you to throw a certain combination, then he lands the perfect counter.
Patphong with his own clinch work. Again, you see that there, stepping back a couple of times, trying to land the overhand right, but unfortunately it missed. Good tactics from Patphong though, like you said, Jimmy, setting that trap, wanting Candy to come forward and then trying to unload that overhand right. Candy's left hand is dangerously low for my liking for that overhand right from Patphong.
And that's what Patphong wants. He wants to get Candy into a false sense of security before he unleashes that big overhand right. And there it is, an overhand right lands. Even when Candy's guard was high, the right hand got through, but Candy now takes the fight to Patphong. And you've got to wonder, why is Candy now sticking to the same game plan of just constantly smothering Patphong? You would assume he'd want to get a bit more on the range and get that jab going.
Yeah, you would definitely assume so. Overhand right here from Patphong. Patphong trying to unload with the left hook, but getting caught by the right hand from Candy. Candy again, clinching up his man and going down low with the body shots, the right hooks to the body. Referee breaking up the action. We've got a few seconds left in this round. Can Candy deliver another devastating blow to Patphong? Ties him up in the clinch, and there goes the bell to end the third round. We are set for 6, so we're just over the halfway mark right now. And here's the replays. That was the two-punch combination that he landed at the beginning of the round. Such a good combo. Probably the best combo that Candy landed in the fight so far. But he got tied up in the clinch a little bit too much in that round. I think Candy needs to stay on the outside as much as he possibly can. I mean, easier said than done. He's obviously seeing something that we're not in the commentary box. Trying to sort of put his body weight on Patphong and deliver those shots to the body as much as he possibly can. Patphong here, great timing of the overhand right in that round. That is probably his best punch. He did such a good job just stepping back, take a couple of footsteps back just to land it on Candy as he stepped in.
And here we are, folks, going into that 4th round. I mean, I'm surprised it's got this far as well, Ali.
Surprised as well, Jimmy, but great tactics from both fighters. Every day is a day in the classroom. Every fight is a day in the classroom as well for our boxers.
And we see right there, Candy starting with that same combination, the double jab with the right hand, but then he smothers himself as well. And I think Candy, maybe this is the, the advice he's been given by his corner. He eats a right hand as he walks in as well. And this is what I'm talking about. I would like to see Candy just stick with the jab, stay behind the jab, and go on the back foot, but it looks like he's more comfortable coming forward now.
Right hand again there from Patphong.
Wow.
I thought it was deemed as a slip. I thought he slips there, but he's given a count.
I think it was a slip, but I think the referee saw it as a knockdown. And it is what it is sometimes in boxing. You've just got to go with it. Use that chip on your shoulder and use it against your opponent. And Patphong now has got to know he's got to do something spectacular because he's in round number 4. And at this stage, it's going to be a 10-8 round.
That was absolutely shocking refereeing from the third man in the ring. You could clearly see that Patphong trips on both of his feet. But like you said, you just got to take it, unfortunately. Now Candy has the upper hand. He has the advantage now. Can he capitalize on it against Patphong?
Some great pressure work by Candy as well. And, Candy's got to be very happy with himself because either Candy believes he knocked him down or Candy realizes he's got gifted a knockdown. Candy, if he believes he's knocked him down, will probably try and push him now and really try and put him down again with a power shot.
Uppercuts here from Candy. Great punch to land on the inside.
I mean, Patphong to me is not boxing like someone who was being knocked down and shook up. So that to me is evident it probably was a slip. He's got good head movement, dipping underneath these shots. However, dipping underneath a shot is all fun and games, but you've got to do something with it. You've got to throw a counter with the shots. Otherwise, Candy can just step back.
Candy again, pushing the pace on the ropes now. Not engaging too much in the clinch. And down goes Patphong. It was the shots to the body again. This feels like a bit of deja vu from Gregory Pilcher's fight. And there you go. That is the stop to the action in round 4. Riley Candy progresses to 5-0. Great stoppage there from the young gun. Really good right hands to the body, and the referee had seen enough. Patphong was not able to continue.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those beautifully timed body shots as well. And look, Ali, I think that's what he was going for the entire fight. Zapping the energy from the legs, taking the gas tank away, and when you're already tired, that shot to the body is going to put you down even easier. Here's Peter Demon with the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the time of 2 minutes and 11 seconds, by way of 4th round TKO, fighting out of the red corner, Riley Candy.